I can say, along with positive affirmations and some journaling and things, I can definitely swear by this book and say that this book got me out of bed. This book got me out of this depression that I didn't think I would ever see an end to. And for 55 pages, I feel like that's very powerful. This author is amazing that he can, convey his message in 55 pages and it be so powerful that can actually help change people's lives. And that's what I hope to do also one day. So I highly recommend this book. It's definitely one of those books that you keep rereading, keep in your back pocket till it's like torn and worn. I like to keep my books kind of nice because I have a bookshelf and I like to put them on display. It is a little worn. Anyone who is depressed or has problems with anxiety, I usually will say you should check this book out because I've dealt with anxiety for many years and depression. For me to say that this one book really helped, for me that's huge because it's been a problem that I've battled for a long time. I'm just referencing this one because this is the actual book that I picked up during that time that really got me out of that depressive state. Never thought that I would ever think those things or ever get to that point in my life. So, this book, shout out to this book, it saved my life. I can literally say that. Along with some positive affirmations, which really helped me too. Back to why I quit my job. I'm trying to be brief, but there's so much that I want you guys to get out of this conversation here today. At the time, I was feeling really depressed, and then I started to read books and, really try to do more manifesting, stay consistent, journal, and be more on myself about those things. And literally, I would listen to, I love myself affirmations for like 2 hours at work, where the guy is literally saying, just, I love myself. And I know it might sound silly, but it definitely started to help build the confidence inside me and realize that if I really did love myself, I wouldn't be living a life that makes others happy and not me. Because what I was doing was living the life that I thought I was supposed to. What other people said was oh so great, which really was not oh so great for me. That life was not the life that I wanted to live, and I had realized that I was living someone else's life for a long time, and I really needed to kind of come within inside myself and find me and figure out what made me happy. I came back from Hawaii, like I said, tanked, went into depression, started doing affirmations again, got this book, got out of my anxiety. I was starting to do pretty good. I was listening to motivational speeches every day. I was really doing a lot. I had started to plan basically my escape. I was basically doing a lot of positive stuff and self-healing and work on myself. I think then Nipsey Hussle died. Although I wasn't following his music that much, my boyfriend was and was always telling me, what an amazing guy he was. Through his death, I had really seen what a creative, amazing, giving person this man was. And it really just opened my eyes to really wanting to model myself more after someone like that. And I haven't had many role models in my life. I felt like that was a great one to start with, because also I've always wanted to help inspire, give back to the community, build up the areas where I'm from. When he passed, it just inspired me to go even harder at what I was doing. I just remember telling myself that I wasn't going to have to go back to that job one day, and I was going to make my dreams come true, listening to some Nipsey, standing across town, but where I could see the building that I worked at, telling myself that I wasn't going to have to do this anymore. During that path, like I said, I struggled off and on with depression. I was still trying to focus on manifesting, and what I would write in my journal every day is that I'm so grateful that I don't have to work this job anymore and I can live the life of my dreams, And that's literally what I was writing every day in my journal, with a smile on my face at a job that I literally hated so much that it was making me depressed and miserable. From there, I was doing pretty well, and then I found out some news within my family that caused a lot of emotion for me, which triggered me to go into these panic attacks. It was very emotional time for me. I started to go from having anxiety attacks to having straight out panic attacks, where I felt like my heart was just going to stop. It was just a horrible feeling. I did start taking medicine, which eventually caused these crazy heart palpitations. I wasn't really able to continue the medicine. Taking medication for depression, anxiety, and then having to go to work, it was just causing a lot more trouble. I'm going to work tired, or these panic attacks are causing me to not be able to get through my day, not to be able to focus. And honestly, after that event that happened, I really felt like it was time to take a break, and that my mind and my body, me altogether spiritually, needed a break from it. That's when I actually decided that I was going to quit. I kind of had been planning this off and on, just thinking about, well, what would I do? I had been going to the office to find out about how much was in my pension. I had been thinking about this for quite some time. I was writing it in my journal that I was quitting for some time. I believe it was like months before I actually quit. It just happened that event really pushed it over the edge. I just was very unhappy, and I just kept thinking I could do so much more with my life, and I was torn, honestly. I didn't know if I should quit my job or not. I know that I had enough to get through a few months with my pension, but that it wouldn't come for a month, so what would I do then? And I didn't want to just walk in and be like, I quit, and then just leave and base it all off of emotions. I really wanted to make a sound decision where I was really in the right frame of mind, where I wasn't being emotional about it, and it was really just what I needed to do for me to live a better life, to be able to work better, to be able to treat people better, be better in relationships, etc. All the things I needed to do for me. That's really what it boiled down to. At the end of the day, I had to really let go of what I thought other people were going to think, and all these things and all these fears. I just remember one night where I had been looking at these options for just a loan just to get me through the month until I got my pension, and I was looking at all these things. I just remember feeling defeated, sitting up at the computer just feeling completely defeated, like, what am I going to do? I'm stuck in this position. Also feeling like, wow, I could leave this job, find a better job that I enjoy more, and use this money for something way bigger. But at the time, I was just going through a lot, and all I really wanted was a break. I just wanted things to stop, and not to fear losing my job every day because of my depression and anxiety and things of that nature. I was up one night and I was looking at this loan. I was just getting ready to apply for this loan, and I'll never forget it. That song with Mac Miller and Kendrick came on, You Can't Fight the Feeling. And I just felt like that was like a message. Like, you can't fight the feeling that you feel like you're here for greater purpose, and that you're not a regular average person that just wants to work a 9-to-5, or that can work a 9-to-5 and be happy or satisfied. That's really what I felt like the message was saying to me. Like, you can't fight this feeling. I just felt like no matter what, I was never going to get rid of this feeling unless I gave it a try. I'm literally like about to like apply for it when that song came on, and I just said, you know what, that's the sign. And I clicked the button and I got the loan. I actually even waited till I got the money and everything, and I still was not trying to quit. Like, I was like, all right, yeah, now I'm gonna quit. I'm just gonna be like, peace, give my 2 weeks. At first, I didn't even want to give my 2 weeks because the way I was feeling, and I was just going through a lot, so I felt like they would understand. But for some crazy reason, I thought maybe if I ever am back around down that bridge, which I hope to never be, I didn't want to burn it. So I gave my 2 weeks. I had the money. I was ready to make the move. Still scared shitless. Fear of what other people would say. Lack of believing in myself. You know, I could already hear them now, like, you're this old and blah, 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 and you're in a good position and what a great job. But at the end of the day, if it's not making you happy, it's not great. It's not. And I'm so tired of people saying, well, not everybody loves their job. No, not everybody does, but not everybody hates it either. And I don't want to be the person that does. I remember listening to a motivational speech walking up that day, and it was probably a mix of like Tony Robbins and a bunch of those people. I just remember it was about time and how time is just going so fast, and it's just like just going by like that. I think that that's really what motivated me to say, like, all right, today's the day. I'm giving my 2 weeks today. Time goes too fast. I'm wasting my time at a job where I'm not happy. That's when I really realized that I wasn't even living for me, you know? I felt like, what's the worst that can happen? I try, I fail, I go back to a 9-to-5 job, and oh well, at least I can say I gave it a go, I gave it a shot. I remember walking up the street that day feeling like this is gonna be one of the last days I have to walk up this street, feeling so good, just going in there calmly and just giving them my resignation letter. Today is the day. My heart is pounding out of my chest. Today is the day that I'm giving my 2 weeks notice at my job. I probably have a little bit of money to get me through a few months so I can follow my dream. And do some other things. Find myself. I have some personal growth. I'm excited. I'm scared at the same time. I can't believe today's finally the day. I wish about this day for a long time. So it's bittersweet. I'm gonna miss it until what's to come. But it's all about living again. After talking to some other people within the company, they kind of solidified it for me. This one great woman who was there, she actually said, like, okay, if you're my age, yeah, this is a great job, but you're young. You need to be out there experiencing different things that you like, and you know, this job will always be here. Now's the time, and if I was your age, I would be doing it. I wouldn't be here. She really kind of opened up my eyes that I didn't really belong there, and that I had too many talents really to be wasting at this little desk every day, not being appreciated. And so I did it, and it was the greatest feeling of my life. I just felt amazing. I felt this feeling just like of this weight lifted off of my shoulders, and I knew it was going to be okay. I trusted myself. I trusted my talents. I had some opportunities already lined up. I had the loan to get me through the month. I think the goal was only 2 or 3 months, to be honest. It went to 8 months. I think I did pretty good. I just felt this strong, powerful pull on me for a long time that just said I was meant for something greater, that I was wasting my time there. So I finally just acted on it. But I did think smart about it. I tried to plan it beforehand, and I didn't just quit. And this video is not meant to tell everybody to just up and quit your job. It's also not meant to say, okay, well, as long as you plan, just quit your job. It's really all about how you feel inside, what you think is the best thing or the best path or decision for you. I didn't make this video to convince anybody to do anything. I just want a little statement there, fine print at the bottom. I did want to share my story with others. If you were going through that, or you were making that decision, or maybe you were on the fence about it, you could get a little bit of insight. Once I faced the fear of like, what am I going to do for my bills and all this stuff, and I saw that I was able to do it for 8 months, that's when I was like, well, what was I afraid of? Why was I afraid that whole time? Honestly, it was pretty weird for me because I had tried the law of attraction before, but when I started manifesting this time, literally opportunities were coming left and right. I seriously mean that. All of it all aligned with me. I had told myself I wasn't going to do anything that I didn't want to do because I was in a process of trying to relax and work on just me and focus on just the things that I wanted to to focus on, little by little, other opportunities just started to pop up so that I could get through that time while I focused on me and the things that I wanted to do. However, didn't go exactly how I planned it. And that will be a whole nother YouTube video. I did do it for 8 months strong. I told myself I was never going to go back to a job. I met a couple speed bumps in the road on the way. And just during that time, I just felt like all my senses were heightened. Just really appreciated for the days, the time. I just felt like great things were coming to me. I was just in a really great place at the time. And not to say that I'm not in a great place now, but I was just in a really great place that I don't think I've ever actually been in. I remember one time just standing on the balcony thinking to myself, like, wow, I don't think I've been living for all my years of my life, because if this is really living, then I've never really been living. I've just been living in depression. I haven't been really feeling fulfilled or really been living my life. Anyway, I just wanted to wrap up this very long YouTube video, but I hope that it gave someone value out there. Remember to like the video, subscribe to my channel. It really does help my content get out there so that other people can see it. Also, click the notification button, and that'll help you guys stay up to date when I put a video out. Don't forget this book. You want to definitely check this book out. Love Yourself Like Your Life Depends on It. I'm trying to be as transparent as possible because I know this is a tough road for anybody to journey. I just want to say, just really listen to your inner you. I feel like eventually your inner you will start to say things to you. Eventually you're just not going to be able to ignore it. It's just going to feel like this tug on you constantly, like, excuse me. Make a change. Do something. You have to do something. That's really what I got from everything that I've been through, is that when you are not living your purpose, life will find a way to continue to tug you and say, hey, you need to go this way. You need to go another direction. And when you go in that direction, the universe has an also great way of keeping you on that path and trying to guide you along, and all these great things start to happen when you are actually on your path of purpose, which is even more magical feeling, because it feels like you're living in this magical world where great things just keep happening for you, when really it's just you're aligned with your life purpose, and now you're going down that path, and the universe is like, hey, thumbs up, finally you got the tug. You gave up, like, finally you got tired of me doing this and saying go this way. That's really all that I felt like it was about. I really hope that it got to the right people. I just hope that you guys don't feel alone. You know, dream stormers, my dream stormers, you're not alone, okay? We're out here, we're following our dreams, and it's not the normal, so people aren't going to get it. But you just got to keep pushing no matter what anyone else thinks of you. You're the one that's got to live your life, not them. Just remember that. You don't want to be later in life and realize you've been living someone else's life the whole time. Anyway, dream stormers, I hope you have a great day. I hope you've enjoyed my video. I'm going to be more consistent with my videos, and I will have more. I'll be posting at least once a week. I'll try to get more on a schedule and let you guys know. Comment and tell me how you guys feel about this. Tell me what you're going through. I want to know. So maybe we can have an open conversation. Maybe we can do a live and we can all talk about this. All right, dream stormers, don't give up, okay? It's your dream. Remember that. Peace.